What's happening, guys? Safety Liner C2 here. Let's get another new series here on the channel. I don't know what to call this one. I really don't. Let me just explain this real quick. One of my favorite activities to do when I don't have anything to do and I'm sitting in front of a computer is to go on Google Maps and find bus lots that I have never seen before and just look at them. Because of this, I've been able to find a lot of interesting lots. I found some lots with old stuff, some with brand new stuff, some with just what the heck am I looking at specs, and I've seen a lot of stuff. And I usually do this a couple times a week, just search all around the country, and I have found a ton of bus lots this way. This has also been a recurring segment in my live streams before, so maybe you've seen this, and I'm just kind of bringing this to an actual video form. So if you've never seen my live streams, we'll just take a look at them, and that's pretty much it. See what they have, and yeah. Alright, and one last thing before we get started. If you have a name for this series, let me know, because I have been thinking about this for a while and I have not been able to come up with one other than Lots of Lots, and that one's just kind of, I don't really like that one, but maybe we'll stick with it. So, alright, so we are going to start in Montana. I have got one lot that I want to show you, and a lot that I've never seen before, and maybe we'll take a look at a few others after that. So let's just take a look at this lot I've never seen before. We are in Boulder, Montana, looking at their Department of Transportation. Alright, as you can see here, this is the small town of Boulder, and right in the middle is the Transportation Department. Now, first thing first, this is a contractor, Harlow's, your transportation solution. And this was taken in June 2019, so there's your two things to note right there. So let's see what they have. Alright, so starting on the end, it looks like we've got a CE, another CE, and an RE, and these have all LEDs, which is fantastic. The other thing, this CE also has a white roof. We can see they have strobe lights right here. This one also has one of those, I think they're called airfoils, I don't remember. These two CEs also have no warning light covers. It looks like we've also got a small strobe light right here, which is interesting. And we've got under storage on this RE, which is a nice touch. Another thing to note about this RE is it's got air horns, and it looks to have a LED stop arm. So that's, you know, sticking with all LED. And yeah, so there's those three buses. Let's come over here. It looks like there is an A3FE and another ICRE. This one looks to be a little bit older based off of the incandescent lights on the back. And it looks like this A3 also has the incandescent lights and under storage, and there's under storage on the RE too. Another thing to note, look at the stripes on here. So this might not have been a Montana bus originally, so I don't know where it would have came from in that area, but with the stripes down there, it's probably not Montana. Alright, this is the activity bus. This is an ICFE, and first thing of note here, these taillights on the transit style, they're almost like California taillights, which I'm not really a fan of, and I think these are weird. So we can see there is under storage throughout the bus, and we've got Jefferson High School Panther, or Jefferson High Panthers, and it's painted all white, so pretty basic job right there. Coming up here, it looks like we've got another CE also with under storage right there, and some sort of bluebird. I don't know what it is, but we can see they have the black all around the taillights, which I've always found interesting. I'm not really a fan of that myself. And another way we're able to tell that this is an older bus is the fact that there is no window right here. We have the unlawful to pass when red lights flash instead. Alright, checking out the other side over here. This CE has a white roof. This vehicle stops at all railroad crossings. Just looks pretty basic. This looks like the most basic CE in the district, aside from maybe the one in the middle over here. And then we've got what appears to be a TC right here with under storage throughout there. So good call on under storage throughout all the Type Ds in the district. So, and we can see that this one was also originally a school bus based off of the yellow window posts and right here, and the lack, or the cover up of warning lights. All right, we are on the side of the building now, back where we originally started with the CEs. So a few things here. If we take a look, so this is a contractor, but they put Jefferson High School on the side, which is interesting. I guess that's a thing in smaller contractors. And then this CE right here does not have the crossing gate, but the other CE does. So wonder why that is. Alright, so this is pretty much all we can see on Street View right now that's recent, but one of the things I love about Google Maps is that you're able to take a look at older versions of the map, and while they might be potato quality like this, we're still able to see what they had. Alright, and just looking at the back here, this is a mostly international fleet, so this appears to be either a Genesis or a early IC FE or Amtran FE, International FE, I don't know which one it is, but you can see kind of right here, you can see the front, the stop sign is right here, and the wheel is behind it, so we can tell that it is some sort of FE, but based off of this, we're not really able to tell anything. And also right here, we're able to make out that that other bus that we were looking at, the older Bluebird that we were unable to identify, appears to be a S17 or 1800, some 80s International. And you can kind of make out the little headlight right there. So I'm going to stick with a 1800 on that unidentified Bluebird. So this is the best picture I could get of this one. I can't really tell if it's a conventional or not. I'm going to say, based off of this one, that this is a Type D. I'm taking a guess and going to say it's a Genesis, but, you know, without really seeing much else or knowing this district, we really can't make a fair assumption, but Genesis is my guess. Alright, we've got what appears to be a A3 FE right here, and you can also notice there's understorage on this bus, so it looks like they continued the understorage from previous years, and that TC right here, or this could be a A3. Again, that's what sucks about the quality like this, you just can't tell sometimes. Alright, and that's pretty much it. This was a fairly small lot, not a whole lot to look at, and sometimes these lots are really small. Sometimes the lots, like the one I'm about to show you, are just ginormous and full of interesting stuff. So with that, let's go ahead and move on to the next lot. Alright, moving north a little bit, we are in Black Eagle, Montana, and this right here, what I'm about to show you, is one of my favorite lots that I have ever found. One of the most unique lots that I have seen. And from the people that I've shown this to have thought pretty much the same thing. This is just a unique lot. I've shown this one off before in a live stream, so maybe you've seen this lot, maybe not, but if you haven't, you're really in for a treat here. Alright, so the Big Sky Bus Lines is the name of the place, and we are going to take a look, starting off with the older version of Street View. So let's go down the line and I'll show you what's interesting here. Alright, so starting off, we're going to look at this one real quick. It's either an Amtran or an International CE. You can't really tell based off of it, but right here we've got a Chevy Microbird, a Amtran 3800, a Ford Minnow Tour, a Ward GMC, another Ward GMC, a Ward International, another Ward International, and a Ward Patriot. Look at this thing! So as you might be able to tell, the Ward Patriot is basically a older version of the Thomas Vista. It's a mix between a Type B and a Type C. It's just kind of weird. I've always liked them just because they're so weird. I've heard good things about these. I've never seen one in person, and that's about it. Alright, you can see the Patriot from a different angle here. It has a full-size streamer, or at least a streamer. I'm assuming it's full-size, but it has a streamer, and if we take a look, we can also see that this is a full-sized bus, just like any other Type C would be. We can take a look at this Ward or Amtran right here. I'm going to say Ward. A Ward right here, and see that it is full-size, and this appears to be full-sized as well. I'm actually going to make a correction here. I'm going to say that these are really early Amtran, so basically Ward / Amtran, and we can tell that based off of the door, which is kind of hard to make out, but you can see that it it appears to kind of angle down over here and also be jackknife. So I'm calling Amtran on these. Moving on from the Patriot, you probably saw that there are a couple GMCs, Ward GMCs, 3 of them, and then a Carpenter GMC, another Ward GMC, and a Amtran 3800. Here's a better view of that Amtran 3800. Right next to it, we also have another Amtran 3800, a Bluebird Chevy, a few Carpenter Chevys, pretty much all the way down to here. And then if we move down towards the end here, you can see we have one of the little mid-bus Superiors. So that's not really something you see too often. You know, taking a look right here, I also noticed something unusual about this Carpenter, which I'm going to take a while to guess and say it's on all these other Carpenters too. Take a look at the door, how both of them go out. Now, what was standard on, or what was common on most Carpenters of the era is for this one door to be bigger and the other side be smaller. That is what we see here. But what we normally saw was one go in and one go out. This one would be the out, and then the one further away from us would be the one going in. So while these the dual outward opening doors definitely were a thing, they weren't as common as the one in, one out. So this is interesting right here. And we'll just take a look over on this side just to see if we missed anything else. On here, doesn't look to be anything interesting. We can see that this also has the C logo on there, that Carpenter logo. And one other thing about the Patriot, is it just me or does that stop sign seem really far up? It's probably just me. All right, completing the lineup, this is where I think things really start to get interesting. So we have this, another Carpenter Chevy. We have the Thomas ER, the older Thomas ER. This is my favorite generation of ERs. But then down here, we have 2 really old GMCs, a Carpenter variant and a Thomas variant. Look at how old these are. Can you imagine if these were still running in 2011? Like, these are from the 70s, and they look to be in 2011 in pretty good condition. So we can see that this Thomas is a shorty, that's okay, and the Carpenter is a full-sized, and it also appears to say something community Christian school, so this might have been privately owned at one point. And then also note that the stop sign is down here because of this top rubber rail that Carpenter had. Just looking over here to see if there's anything interesting. Not really. But then if we take a look back here, we can also see there are 2 other Carpenter GMCs or Chevys, and you can see what appears to be both outward opening doors on both of these. Kind of hard to tell, but I'm guessing with that other one we looked at that they have that too. We have a torn apart Bluebird over here, what appears to be a bunch of 3800s of some sort, and then we will take a look over here now. Alright, here's this Bluebird right here. Notice it has no warning lights, and we have a bunch of Amtrans right here, so I guess that's what those were. Notice the 4-ways on these as well, and I don't know what the heck they were doing here, making part of them white and then these, you know, completely white. No idea what's going on here, but that's a thing. And now we're getting into the more standard stuff, so I don't know why they had that older stuff if they also have stuff like the CV200s right here, the 3800, the CEs, I'm gonna assume more 3800s back here in Bluebird, Thomas, Amtran, Ward, International variants. It's kind of weird, you know? Alright, and I should also point out that there is a Carpenter right here and a Wayne right here, because I'm sure someone would get on to me if I didn't point those out. But take a look at the Carpenter. This also has, you can see that this has both doors that open out, and this one is just a tad bit smaller. I think the edge of my mouse is where the end of the door is, because you can see a little bit further right here on this one. But yeah, and this is pretty much all you can see from this side over here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at the newer version of this. I think it's in 2019 or 2020 is when this was last updated. I haven't seen it. I'm really interested to see what has stuck around and what has changed. Alright, so we're taking a look at August 2019. We're starting on the same side we were just on. It looks like there's a Bluebird, 1st gen CE, 2nd gen CE, 1st gen Bluebird, and let's move over here. Looks like we've got some Visions. You can see there's an Amtran right there, And this CE is beautiful. So we've got the white roof, which is what appears to be one of the only white roofs. We've got another one right there, but not too many white roofs here. So white roof with the streamer, and yeah, that's a really sharp look. I think that should be, more common. It doesn't look like there's anything else that we're really able to see well. But we can see that there is a Thomas EF over here, so let's go take a look on the other side and see what we can find. Alright, starting from the back, we will work our way up front. We've got a Bluebird streamer, no warning light visors, and we've also got the stop sign that flashes the word stop. We've got a couple of these, and notice that this one does have warning light visors. We've got a Amtran right here, we've got a Thomas, and another Bluebird down there on the end. I'm taking a wild guess and saying that these, at least those three, are being sold because of the X'd out school bus, but it doesn't look like that has been done on these buses. Alright, so here's the front of them, those three Bluebird 3800s, the Amtran. We've got a Thomas Ford B700, so that's interesting, and then another Bluebird 3800. So again, it's just kind of weird seeing this one with the only Bluebird out of these four have warning light visors. They also have the crossing gates down here, something that the Thomas and Amtran do not have. And unfortunately, it looks like it's gotten pretty boring here. It doesn't look like there's anything interesting. Just some CEs, there's Bluebird visions, and nothing much. So CE down here. What do we got? We got another Bluebird. Oh no. Oh, come on. Why are they running this? Look. Okay, that's unacceptable. And can I also point out that they're using individual warning light covers on this Bluebird? I think that Thomas is the only one that can pull this off on the older stuff. That's really what I grew up with when I was living in Maryland, so I think it looks acceptable there, but otherwise I think the standard two-piece warning light cover should belong on Bluebirds. We have got two Amtran 3800s. Notice we got a shorty right here and what appears to be a full-sized on the right. We've got another Amtran, looks to be shorty. Got a TC 2000. We've got another Amtran and a FS65. Here's the lineup from here. Looks like we've got jackknife doors on these. I think these are probably the same ones that were there when we were looking earlier. And this FS65 doesn't look too bad. It looks like it's got tinted windows and understorage, which is nice. We've also got the white roof, which appears to be uncommon in the area. Let's see if we can sneak around back here. We've got a ICFE, so that's something we haven't seen. Here we've got some more Amtrans, a Bluebird CV200, I think, based off of what appears to be a small turn signal here. We've got another Amtran shorty right here, a Thomas FS65, and then over here, let's see, we've got Amtran all the way down, and then this lone Bluebird right here. I don't know what it is. Let's see what we can, a CV200. And look at this numbering right here. I think this is just paper. That's some way to number the buses. All right, and that is one of my favorite lots in the country. That is the older stuff there, even if it is 10 years old. Seeing that on Street View and knowing that some of that stuff was in service, recently. I don't want to say recently, but seeing that in service is pretty cool. And I really wonder what happened to all of it, where it was sold. If some of that stuff like the Patriot is still being used, just what the heck happened to it? Alright, and we are going to take a look at one more bus garage for this video. We are in Havre, Montana, just north of Black Eagle, and let's see what this district has. I don't think I've ever seen this one before. Alright, so this is August 2019, and this is a pretty boring fleet, it looks like. So we've got a Bluebird A3 over here. We've got either a CE, an FE, or an RE right here based off of the IC. Warning lights right there, and a bunch of T3 FEs. So, yeah. Alright, so this one appears to be a CE. We've got the strobe light up here, strobe light on that one. Taking a look over here. Yeah, they look pretty standard. You know, nothing too wild on them. No warning light covers, strobe lights on them, and that's about it. It does look like the back signals are LED though, even though the warning lights look incandescent. So yeah, just taking a quick peek in the garage. I mean, look at the stop signs right there. As a school bus enthusiast, just saying that's kind of cool. And then it also appears that they have a coach bus for any longer trips or anything. So we'll turn back the clock and see what their older fleet consisted of. Alright, we are back in potato quality, and we can only make out that these just appear to be TCs. Just early TCs. Looks to be jackknife door, and that's about it. I don't think we're going to be able to find anything else here, especially with this truck blocking. Maybe a CE right here, maybe? And just another Bluebird right there. I can't tell what that third one is, but I think it's an IC. Alright, and that is pretty much it. Just wanted to show off a couple lots, and I really hope to make this a regular thing on the channel. Like I said, I always enjoy doing this on my own, and I really hope that you guys enjoy taking a look at some of these lots with me. If this is something that you would like to see more of on the channel, of course, let me know, and we could possibly do this. There are tons and tons of lots of lots. Maybe the name of the series, I don't know, I'll come up with suggestions. But still, there's lots of lots throughout the country, and I want to see all of them. So anyways, that's going to wrap up the video. I don't think there's much else to say other than just let me know what you think. So yeah guys, that is going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe down below. It's a magical red button that says you are now subscribed to Safety Liner C2. Make sure you comment up here, down here, over here, or over here. I don't know where they put it, down here where they put it. Make sure you also give this video a thumbs up, or Google Maps is going to stop working and we're never going to be able to see any of this again. And make sure you also share this video with a friend. Show it to your mom, show it to your dad, show it to a guy on a random street. I don't care. Don't let anything happen to you. So yeah guys, that is going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching.